going on, guys? It's Aiden25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our long hiatus of Pokemon Colosseum. Well, I guess I should say after our long hiatus, right? But anyway, no, you are not catching a live stream right now. This is a recorded video, and yes, our 2-year long hiatus series is now finally going to be continuing. If you guys have been missing, I've been finally getting my act together on streaming a lot more as of the last couple months. So we finally completed all of the stuff on Colosseum that I needed to do off screen to be able to continue this series, being purifying all the shadow Pokemon and also getting everybody on our main series team that we beat the game with up to level 80, which was what Espeon's level was, so that we can take on battle mode to go get Ho-Oh. Now, I actually probably should have looked this up before I started recording. Shocker that I didn't. I actually don't know which one of these we have to go to. I'm guessing it's Colosseum battle because it says using the Pokemon you raise, battle alone or with others, and this one is just a quick battle using preset Pokemon. So I think we got to jump into Colosseum battle. Yeah, here we go. You may enter Colosseum battles and the Mount Battle 100 Trainer KO. That's the one we're looking for. And then this will be if you're playing with friends, obviously. That's actually kind of cool that you could do a legitimate tag battle 2v2 with your friends. That's actually super sick to me. But okay. But obviously this is what we're looking for here, is the Colosseum battles for the Mount Battle 100 Trainer KO, because that is how we get Ho-Oh. I believe it's the Mount Battle one. We could probably check out the Colosseum one, unless it's genuinely just like doing the Colosseums, right? But let's see. Yeah, we gotta register our Pokemon. Yep, there's the teams. As you see, everybody there's registered is leveled up to level 80. Yes, we're gonna register this team. Get them saved up there. And obviously, as you saw, you also, because obviously, as you guys know, you can pair. There used to be, well, actually, I should say for you guys that don't know, back in the day, there used to be an adapter for the Game Boy Advance that actually plugged into the GameCube like controller slots, and that would be how you would, register your Pokemon from there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, obviously we are going to be doing that, so we're going to jump into this. I guess we could probably check this out after the series is over, right? Perhaps, just to check and see if it's like, just the Colosseums or not. But yeah, so here we go. We're going to jump into this. We have the choice of doing single or doubles. I was kind of tempted to do it in singles just to like switch things up. But the whole game has been doubles up until now, so I think we might as well keep it as doubles, right? And yes, we're going to use these Pokemon. My order is so messed up, though, and I probably should have switched that, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be Qwilfish and Umbreon that I'm leading off with, and I don't think I can change that. Oh, I can! Cool. And I was even more far off. It was Hariyama and Qwilfish. But I'm going to lead with these two, because these two are my guys. And we're going to jump into this here. So, what I've read and learned about this is we have to go through all 100 battles again. I mean, it's not again, obviously. They are different trainers, right? But, oh, we only get to pick 4. Oh, I didn't read anything about this. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're all learning something new today. I didn't know we were only picking 4. Okay. But yes, so we have to go through quote-unquote Mount Battle again and clear all 100 floors with the team that we beat the game with, which obviously we're doing. And if we do that, then we get Ho-Oh at the end. And, all of the reason why I got everybody on the team up to Espeon's level, which was 80 when we beat the game, was because obviously, as you see, we're battling all level 80s. So the way that battle mode works is, at least when you're doing this part of battle mode, all the trainers' Pokemon will be matched to the highest level party member on your team. I think, like, below a certain threshold. Like, they have to be at least level 50, I believe. So I think the weakest that they could be is level 50. But nonetheless, you get my drift. Like, you know, so if Espeon would have been rocking in here at level 80, and then everybody else would have been, you know, like, the 60s, like, it was Macargo, like 67 or something like that. The mid-60s to 70s that they were, then, you know, we'd be battling all level 80s. Which probably this early game, or early sections of it, probably wouldn't matter, because we'll be fighting all, like, first stage evolutions and all that fun jazz. So not super threatening. But, you know, later on when we're getting to evolved Pokemon and whatnot, all at level 80, and we're not at level 80, you know, that kind of will be a problem. But, I think we're gonna be alright since we got everybody to level 80 now. Interesting, though, that it's a 4v4, though, not a 6v6. That is kind of interesting. But I think with having Espeon and Clo officially then off, we should be good for quite a while. Alright. Well, there's victory number 1. And, yes, we do want to continue. No, I don't want to suspend my challenge. No, I want to keep going. What? I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? I want to keep going. It's kind of cool, though. We get to see all, like, the victory fanfare and stuff before each battle starts. This kind of reminds me a little bit of not that I played it very much, but this kind of reminds me a little bit of Pokemon Stadium. In a way. Just obviously it's way longer because we have 100 trainers to battle, not 8, right? But still, kind of cool. Yeah, if you guys were out though, checking out the streams and everything, I do appreciate you guys. And they were long and grueling, and it got very just blah, because I wanted to be done, because, you know, grinding is annoying, but we got through it, and now the series is back online. I will say, though, I know 2 years ago when we were doing this series, I had said that we were going to be doing XD as soon as Colosseum got done. Well, now that we've fast-forwarded 2 years, if you guys missed it, it was announced that with the Switch 2, there's going to be a GameCube Virtual Console, and XD and Colosseum are both going to be part of said Virtual Console. And I kinda sorta wish that I knew this 2 years ago, because I actually would have waited to do Colosseum even until the Switch 2 came out. But, you know, you live and learn. But since I know officially that XD will be on the Virtual Console, we are actually going to wait after we finish Colosseum to do a the XD playthrough. So, oh, I see. So after every battle, it's nice to spend. Okay, gotcha. So there's gonna be a little bit of a gap in between the two, but that's okay, because I think that's gonna be super sick, having it on the Virtual Console. I think that's super, super cool that we were able to do that. Or that, you know, that they gave us that, the GameCube Virtual Console for the Switch too. I think that's super freaking awesome. That does kind of mean, though, that I'll probably never touch my GameCube again, which also in some respects is kind of bad for me because I just recently bought this GameCube. This isn't the GameCube I had when I was a kid. I sold that one probably 15 plus years ago. But I've had this one for like maybe 3 to 5 years. It's somewhere in that range. I can't exactly tell you when I bought this. No, well, it wasn't in 2020, so it's probably been about 3 years since I've had this GameCube. And I mean, granted, in all retrospect, I did pretty much only buy it so that I could play XD and Colosseum, because they were the only 2 GameCube games I actually had. Well, actually, no, I think I still have Smash Bros. Brawl as well, to be fair. But, I don't think I sold that one with my console, and I really hope I didn't if I did. But, I'm probably, like, with this Virtual Console coming out and everything, I'll probably realistically never touch this GameCube again, so I kind of, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, obviously, it's an old school console, right? So it definitely wasn't cheap. I think it cost me, like, about 100 or 150 bucks. And with the Virtual Console coming out, I realistically probably will never touch it again. So that does kind of suck, and that's really kind of sad to say out loud, but, you know, it's a fact of life, I guess, right? And it's still cool to have one, though, right? Like, you know, because I am a gamer, and I do want to have a game collection of some way, shape, or form at some point in my life. So having the GameCube is still going to be cool, to say the least. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that I am sort of going back on what I said a little bit about XD immediately following Colosseum, because it's coming out on Switch 2 with the Virtual Console, so there'll be a small gap in between. Which means I still have to think about what game I'm gonna play next. I think I have an idea in my head. It's just like, so okay, it's minor spoiler, but not really at the same time. Because I know we've been doing, not a lot, but a lot at the same time with Star Wars stuff on the channel lately. And I kind of don't want to, like, flood with Star Wars stuff, but at the same time, I love this game for one, and I really want to play it for two. And it's going to be a good time for free. So, like, I'm going to do it. But, I think that's what we're going to do next. I think. I'll have to decide, though, and see what I'm feeling, or if any other games, like, leap out at me to do, perhaps, or something like that. But I think that's what we're going to do next. After we finish Colosseum here. Alright, well, we're getting through these initial battles pretty quick. I can't decide if I want to do what I was doing near the end of the YouTube series, and, like, after we see what new mons come out, if I want to make a cut, and then, you know, once the next set of mons come out, come back in, then make a cut till the battle's over. Like, I might later on, if they start to take a little bit longer, because obviously these ones are pretty much just getting done in 2 turns for the most part, so I think we'll be okay. Because, I mean, realistically, I don't think we're going to do, like, 1 area per episode. Like, I'll probably get through this first 10 battles this episode, most likely, but I don't think that, realistically, will keep going on, especially once we get, you know, probably to floor, like, 70 plus, when everything's going to be fully evolved and whatnot. So, and, you know, they'll be strong for level 80 since they are fully evolved. So, This is, obviously this is gonna be kind of like a slugfest in the early parts because we are facing first stage Evos, but, you know, it's, there's nothing wrong with having some easy times, you know what I mean? It's always nice to have some easy battles every once in a while. I'm just happy that we get to listen to this goated soundtrack again. The soundtrack in this game is so freaking good. And I mean, look, even the first stage Evos aren't getting one shot, you know? Like, that Meryl absolutely swallowed that sludge bomb from Quillfish. I will say though that I guess there isn't like the pre-orders for the Switch 2 were crazy. I guess now I have to call it my local GameStop because I keep on selecting yes when I don't want to. I guess I have to call it my local GameStop now because my actual local GameStop apparently closed down, which I didn't know about. And I was kind of upset about because I've been going there for like 20 years. I kind of hope she don't pick Shedinja because then I'm gonna have to switch. Actually, you know what? We'll switch up the order and I'll lead with Espeon and Umbreon just in case she did bring Shedinja. Because Umbreon will be able to hit it. And I mean, it's not like anything else on our team is threatening anyway, so those two should be okay to take care of things. And plus, I mean, they're the OG duo, right? I mean, we gotta show off the OG duo. But, yeah, so my local GameStop, the pre-orders online were sold out, like, day of, like, probably, like, 3 or 4 hours after they went up. Which is crazy to me, by the way. So I went online to Nintendo's website because I was a friend of mine. I was in her stream and she was talking, you know, to everybody in chat about, hello, a Wurmple took a Shadow Ball? I mean, I know it's not stab, but what? That's insane, by the way. I'm not overly surprised that Aeron survived the Psychic because it is resisted, but also at the same time, I'm kind of surprised because it's got such bad special defense and it was coming from an Espeon. But either way, it doesn't matter. She was talking about how she had heard about, like, you could go to Nintendo's website itself and do, like, sign up to be notified or whatever. So that's what I did, I think. I hope I did it right anyway. I went to Nintendo's site and I, like, signed up for their little, like, hey, you know, can you let me know when pre-orders are available? Because I really don't care where I buy it from. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling she was going to bring this shit into it. Because I don't care where I buy it from, necessarily. You know, like, I don't have to buy it from GameStop. You know, and I don't care if I get it straight from Nintendo. Like, I just want one, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting the pre-orders to pop off like that, and I kind of was hoping they were going to learn from Sony and Microsoft's mistake and, you know, make more, because you're gonna sell it. Unlike they did with the PS5 and the Xbox One, but, you know, whatever. Or the Xbox Series X, I guess it is. I forgot they changed it, whatever. But, you guys get my drift. But, Yeah, so I signed up for that, so hopefully I'll get one. Because, I mean, I wanted one. It comes out 5 days before my birthday. So, I was like, I had messaged my mom, and I was like, hey, I was like... Because she already had been asking me what I wanted for my birthday, and I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, I don't know. But then, you know, I saw that the Switch 2 was launching right before my birthday, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I know it's, like, hella expensive, but I don't ever really ask for anything for Christmas or my birthday, and you know what I mean? So, and to be fair, it is technically cheaper than the other 2 consoles were on launch, but we're not going to talk about the games, though. But, but I was like, yeah, cool, you know? And I plan on trading my Switch in, so you know, the money really, the price tag for it really isn't going to be that big of a deal. Because I think I saw that GameStop, well, actually, frick, I guess I can't necessarily do that if I don't buy it from GameStop, right? Well, I guess I could still sell my Switch back to them. But, it's like about I think for the base Switch, I think it was like $150. Because I think the Switch Lite you could get 100 back for. The base Switch was $150, and I think it was either $175 or $200 maybe for the OLED. Can't fully remember now what GameStop had posted about it, but they had posted something about it. But nonetheless, hopefully I'll be able to get one for my birthday. If not, it'll be what it is. I mean, I'm not going to trip too much about it, but so depending on how that all shakes out will be how long it is until we get the XD playthrough. So, because I would probably, like, I mean, obviously, like, either way, I'll have it saved to where, like, you know, it's my save file and it is saved or whatever, whether it's on the memory card or whether it's on my, you know, save to the cloud, Nintendo's cloud, / also save to my, you know, my disk drive or whatever. But, on my Switch too. But, you know, I guess, I just feel like they might give it a facelift. I doubt it. It's probably just gonna be like a straight port, but like, just in my mind, for whatever reason, because that's just how my mind works, it's gonna get a facelift. And I just feel like that would be, you know, better to play it with the facelift. You know what I'm saying? And why don't you just play it on Dolphin? Because I want it to be legit, so I could actually have Lugia and actually have Ho-Oh. Even though, in terms of getting Lugia and Ho-Oh off, it probably would be best for me to play it on the GameCube and not on the Virtual Console, because there's no access to home because it's on the Virtual Console, and I feel like that's just gonna be just the same as it was for Pokemon Stadium. You know, there's no connection to home, so you know you had to use rentals. I don't know if that will ever change. I don't know if Nintendo, or not, well, I guess it's not Nintendo. I don't know if the makers of Pokemon Home will be able to figure out the coding and stuff to be able to make it to where you can access home for, like, for Pokemon Stadium and also for XD and Colosseum. I don't know. I guess only time will tell with that, but part of me thinks that is probably doubtful, especially because we've had Stadium on the N64 Virtual Console for quite a while now, and it still isn't compatible. But, you know, you never know. With XD and Colosseum coming now, maybe, I don't know. I just am hoping that we start to get some mainline games coming in to the Virtual Console soon as well. That's what I'm hoping for. I literally would love that. Like, I would absolutely love the ever-loving crap out of that if that happened. I mean, I own every mainline game except for Black 2, White 2. They're the only 2 mainline games that I do not own. But regardless of that, I still would love to... Damn, that did a lot of damage. I would still love to have them on the Virtual Console. Even if it's just for like recording purposes, but at the same time, nobody would want to watch vanilla Pokemon anymore. You gotta be playing like randomizer Nuzlocke and stuff like that, which obviously you're not gonna be able to do that on the Virtual Console. But regardless of that, even for myself, I would love to have them on the Virtual Console. Absolutely love that to death. Alright. Yeah, so I think what I'll do, we'll finish this first set of 10 battles in Mount Battle's 100 battle knockout challenge. And then we'll wrap up for today, and then we'll come back into it in the next set of battles in the next episode. And hopefully, if honestly, like I said, I highly doubt it, especially with the later, like with the fully evolved Mons later on. But if we could do like one area per episode, that will be kind of lit. But I think, and I think I will show all of every battle early on, just because they are going quick enough. But maybe like later on, once they start to take a little bit longer because the Pokemon we're fighting are stronger, then I might decide to start making the cuts and stuff like I did near the end of the YouTube series. I know it's just the first stage Evo, but Espeon still resisted, and Magneton had decent defenses. Espeon's so good. It's very quickly become one of my favorite evolutions. Very, very quickly become one of my favorite evolutions, and it's purely just been because of this YouTube series. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it has overtaken Flareon for second. Flareon's now my third favorite. Alright. Well, let's get this done. Oh, it's kind of interesting. Okay, so it's different trainers completely, because it's not even Vander that we're fighting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, she's got all flying types. Let's bring Ampharos. Let's give Ampharos some spotlight here. Might as well, because it is, you know, it'll be super effective against all these Pokemon. So tired of me singing the song just once in a while, but they're bops, guys. I can't help it. They're freaking bops. And the crazy part about this, how quick these early battles are going. Again, because they're first stage evolutions, obviously, but even with me doing about a 4-minute intro to what's going on, we're still barely going to be hitting the 30-minute mark by the end of this episode, at the end of this battle. It probably means that if they keep going this fast, they'll all be a little bit short of 30 minutes, but that's also okay. It doesn't really matter. Alright, well there we go. There's the first area of Mount Battle in battle mode complete. We you have been successful so far through. But I do think that I am going to suspend here, and we are going to wrap up for today, guys. So, I'm excited that the series is back. I hope you guys are as well. Obviously, if you guys are new to the channel or have forgotten everything else that happened in the series, this will be added into the playlist, and you know, feel free to check out the rest of the series to see how we even got to this point to begin with, or to, you know, just have a refresher on the series if it's been, since it's been 2 years, you know, since it happened. But nonetheless, guys, I'm super stoked that the series is back, and we're gonna be going through the remaining 90 battles. Well, obviously not all of them, but in the next episode. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I greatly appreciate that, and click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified next time videos do go live on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.